Welcome back to Let's Play more Fallout New Vegas. Off screen, Old World Blues finished its download, so between parts 13 and 14 I will install it. I got us almost leveled up, and I found a bunch more locations as well, including Camp McCarran and some other ones that'll be of use as well. The Gunrunners building and Vault 34.
Here for social calls, so if you're not here to help out, just stay out of my way.
I helped Quartermaster Mays.
I heard. The extra supplies will help for a short time, but that only solves one of our problems. With all the Legion raids lately, we're running low on troops that can still fight. Some are injured, but even more are dead. I want you to check in with Dr. Richards and see if he needs any help getting our troops back on the front line.
Okay. So this part will probably just be helping out the doc and getting the supplies we need to help him out. I may, if we have time in this part, if not it'll be next part, continue with Boone's quest up in Camp McCarran, because there's something we can do up there. I died off screen. It turns out Death Claws can kill you in one hit. I knew they penetrated all armor so that you couldn't resist any of the damage, but I didn't know they did 200.
I'm always a sucker for a pretty face. What can I do for you, my fine dear?
Major Pilates said you might need some help.
With business booming like it is, and considering I'm the only person with medical experience in the camp, I could perhaps use a hand. Do you have any medical experience?
Yes, I have some medical experience.
Excellent. As you can see, we have a lot of injured troopers here, and I haven't had time to look at all of them yet. Since you have some medical experience, I'd like you to examine them and see what you can do to treat them.
Okay. So yeah, we're about 350 XP away. So now we get to look at injured troops and diagnose them, and if we have enough high medicine skill, we can just auto-treat them. This man appears to be suffering from multiple machete wounds. Improper treatment will kill him. Would you like to treat him? Do we have a high enough? What is our medicine skill at? The 30. So we can't work on him. Which means we can't work on any. This man's leg is seriously injured. It may require amputation to save him. And this one. This man appears to have suffered a close-range blast trauma. His upper torso is covered in cuts and is severely burned. So, okay, what do we need for in total to treat all of them? Tweezers, Med-X, Stimpak, 2 Med-X, medical brace, bone saw, 3 Med-X, whiskey, and surgical tubing. So let's get everything we need, or that we can get from this guy's tools. This is the one time you're allowed to just pick things up from him. Ack. That apparently over-encumbered us. I was not aware we were that close to over-encumberment. I also got us combat armor off screen. Okay, so I gotta get rid of something. Let's drink some more wine, because we need whiskey to treat him, not wine. Bone saw. Medical brace. Surgical tubing, whiskey. Okay, so do we have what we need for him? Med-X, whiskey, and surgical tubing. Let's check. Surgical tubing, we have. Whiskey, we have. Med-X, we have. We've got 3 of. Use medical equipment to treat. We use the Med-X to dull his pain, or his pain, so we can use the surgical tubing to replace some of the bleeding, and then sterilize the wounds with whiskey. He will recover completely. You require medical brace, Med-X, and a bone saw. We have Med-X. We need, what was it again? Medical brace and bone saw. Medical brace. Bone saw. Okay. use medical equipment to treat. This guy's the one I feel sorry for. Yeah, we dull his pain and we put the medical wrist on to stabilize his leg. We then amputate his leg. During the surgery, we notice his hand is dangerous, so we amputate his hand as well. In his situation, I think I would have preferred to die. So we need tweezers, medics, and a super stim. Well, we have tweezers and medics. The doc, I think, can sell us a super stim, or he has one on one of his desks. Medics to replace some of the ones we've been using. Open locker hard. Doctor bag, whiskey. Apparently we've been signed out of the PSN. I will check into that in a bit. Where did the doc go? Hang on. He's not even in here. Doc, where are you? What time is it? 10:30 at night. I'll just wait 11 hours, so I will... What will I need to do off screen after this? Hang on, how far into the video are we? Oh, we're only 6 minutes in. So yeah, we're out of... Our wine is worn off and we are over encumbered once more. But this is why we carry lots of alcohol. Now we'll have some beer and it will do nothing. Oh, it will do something, okay.
I think it just got a little bit hotter in here.
Oh, I can't buy a super stem off him. And I don't see any in here. I don't have a high enough medicine skill to make them. I don't think I even have the equipment to make them. Do I have a super stem on me? Oh, I have one super stem, okay. So yeah, we just ran out of super stims, but we have one medics left. Use the medics to dull his pain. We start to pick things out with the tweezers. Due to the extreme loss of blood, the patient goes into cardiac or circulatory shock. We use the stim pack and stabilize him.
There's my little buttercup. What can I do for you?
You could stop calling me Buttercup for one, but I finished looking over your patients.
Excellent job. Where'd you learn to do all that? I don't think I could have done much better myself. Very impressive. As for the men, they'll recover soon and be back on the front lines in no time. Huh, the circle of life. I'll send word to Major Politely about your work here. Once again, you have my sincere
We all
thanks.
see his eyes being that color, right? I think he's overdosing on Hydra. It's a joke to one of his later quests. I will explain when we get there. So how much more EXP do we need? 142. 142 EXP and we will level up. So if there had been like 4 more patients, we would have leveled up. But I think I would have gone insane trying to keep track of that list. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else we have to do before we're allowed to invade Nelson. I'm going to hopefully... You know, I want to get the first recon over here first. So we may end up delaying.
Back already?
I finished helping Doc Richards.
Dr. Richards said you did a good job in there. That's mighty high praise coming from him. With the help you've given us, we're doing a little bit better, but we still have the Legion forces at Nelson to deal with. If we can retake Nelson, that will be a huge help to our efforts in this area and give us an advantage at Hoover Dam.
Do you have the troops to retake Nelson?
Not really, but we don't have much choice. If you help out more around camp, I could spare some additional men for the battle.
I'll need some time to prepare.
Come back when you're ready.
So yeah, I think there's 2 other quests here. I don't know both of them, but I do know one of them. We have to go back and help Doc Richards a little more. It hopefully will level us up. If not, I may do some of the 3-card bounty on screen. Actually, I think you guys would enjoy a 3-card bounty. We will do that entirely on screen. care if it takes us another part. We will do all of 3-card bounty on screen. It probably will too.
I wanted to thank you again for saving my patience.
No problem.
It's nice to have a helping hand around here.
How are things around camp?
The Legion has been hitting us pretty hard lately. Lots of casualties, not many people I can save.
I have some questions for you.
What would you like to know?
Let's talk about something else. Things look pretty rough in here.
Men have waged war on each other for countless centuries. Now is no different. People fight and die for what they believe in. I'm just here to patch them up so they can go on their merry way. Do no harm in all that.
You seem to be handling it well.
I'm doing the best I can considering the poor situation I find myself in. There's barely enough equipment or medicine to handle the number of injuries we have. To make things worse, I think someone might be stealing my supplies.
What makes you think someone is stealing your supplies?
The simple fact that I no longer have as many supplies as I
should.
I've been careful with them and I should have more than what remains.
I took some.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to go searching for the missing supplies since I have my hands full with injured soldiers.
I can look into this for you.
That would definitely be appreciated. You might want to ask around and keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
So I'm trying to remember.
There's my little
I'll just ask him.
What can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about the missing medical supplies.
So you found out what's happening with the supplies?
I had some questions.
What would you like to know?
What exactly is missing?
I store a variety of drugs here, but it looks like my supply of Hydra is diminishing rather quickly.
No, it doesn't do that. Where do you keep your supplies?
Locked in a cabinet here in the medical tent. I'm around most of the time, but I can't keep a constant watch on them.
When did you notice them missing?
I remember coming in one morning and noticing my supplies were lower than they should have been. I thought it might have been a mistake, but another morning I noticed the same thing. The camp is pretty dead at night, especially at 0200 hours when the guard shift changes.
Okay, 0200 hours. We aren't going to go to 0200 hours. We're going to go to midnight. And then we will do 1 hour advances from there, just to make sure we catch him, because the guy takes an hour. If you're going to break into a medical camp in a military organization and expect to get away with it, don't take an hour walking from like 3 meters.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got the same eye effect that the doctor had.
Look, it's not what you think. I can explain everything if you'll just
And
hear
it's
me
a
out.
sign of Hydra overdose. This better be good.
Have you looked around? Have you seen what's going on here? What we're going through? This place is hell. I've seen all my friends butchered by the Legion in front of my very eyes. I can still hear their screams at night. All I wanted was a little escape, so I took some drugs to help me do that. Is that so bad?
Yes. What about the injured men that need this medicine?
I never thought about that. But look, I needed this. I needed to escape for just a little while. I needed this. So what happens now?
I won't turn you, or I want you to turn yourself in.
What? You want me to turn myself in? Why the hell should I do that?
It's better if you turn yourself in rather than me turning you in.
I guess you're right. I'll do the right thing and turn myself
boy.
in.
Just slink away. We could follow him and watch him turn himself in. I don't care enough, viewer. I'm sorry. I'm showing you more than I originally intended to when I started this LP.
There's my little buttercup. What can I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about your missing medical supplies.
I heard Private Stone turned himself in for stealing my medical supplies. You have my thanks.
Yay. Level up. No perk this time, but getting the extra points in and of itself is going to be nice. So I'm going to want to boost my medical skill to at least 50 for later uses. Thinking about it. I'm going to want to boost survival to 40 though. Before that. So 10 points into speech. I'm going to... Why am I doing that? I'm going to put 5 into speech each level up now. Because we have more than enough at this point. And then I'll put 12 into anything else that I feel like doing at that point. We'll do survival this time, and science next time. And we'll figure out the rest as we go. So we'll just put 5 into speech each time, just because we don't need to level it up extremely quickly at this point. The only level 100 speech check I know of in the game is at the very end. Like, during the final mission of the main story, at the very tail end, there is a 70-point speech check, followed by an 80-point speech check, followed by a 90-point speech check, followed by a 100-point speech check, followed by 2 more 100-point speech checks, if you want to take a peaceful option. That being said, you get to see Camp McCarran now. The main... Yeah, these are all the areas I went off screen and found. Cannibal Johnson's Cave. That's part of a quest that I will not be doing on screen unless one of you requests it, and even then I might not, because it means doing another companion quest all the way through on screen. I'm planning to do him off screen, but yeah. So we'll do 4 or 5 minutes of inside Camp McCarran. McCarran Field. Not sure what the missing letter is. I think it's just assumed to be an R. Not sure if that's actually what it's supposed to be, though. I get the feeling it's not, because this is an actual building in the real world. Bethesda likes to base their Fallout games off real-world architecture. Like the Zion National Park for Honest Hearts. I've been to Zion. They did a pretty good job of capturing at least one portion of the canyons. So, let's see. On screen, for this part, we're going to start 3-card bounty. We will probably do all of it off screen. Or not off screen, next time. Little Buster. He's a bounty hunter. He's weird. We're not going to talk to him. Not yet. We'll talk to him as part of 3-card bounty, though. Major Darktree.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
What do you know about the fiends?
Pack of drugged-out killers. They're addicted to every stim, every pill, every psychoactive enema on this fucked-up earth. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
Go around shooting people. Might be. Give me their names.
First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nephi. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be?
None of them.
Can't say I blame you. If I wasn't in this fight for my country, you couldn't pay me enough to screw with those maniacs. If you change your mind, I'll be happy to see you again. Otherwise, best to stay out of the way.
Yeah, we will talk with him more next part. I want to introduce you to First Recon, and then I will end this video. First Recon, Corporal Sterling, 10 of Spades, Corporal Betsy, Sergeant Bitterroot. I don't see the commanding officer, because Corporal Sterling was a ranger. I'm going to tell you their backstories, I don't feel like talking to them. Corporal Sterling was a ranger. He got abducted by the Legion, had his hands, all the bones in his hands and forearms broken, and his feet. And he's still good with eyes, and he's still got a great shot. He just can't go trekking across the Mojave like a ranger would have to. So they said fine, and put him in First Recon, and he's happy here. 10 of Spades originally wanted to be Ace of Spades, but they said, sorry, you're too much of a rookie. You can be 10 of Spades. You can work your way up. He thinks he's going to skip Queen. I hope he does. He also has a stutter, which apparently was a lot worse. It's still pretty bad. Betsy was raped by Cook because 10 of Spades was knocked out. while they were off trying to kill him. Now she's only into women. Apparently she was straight before. She also now has... She just hits on everyone in sight that's a girl. If we are a female character, the moment we talk to her, she will hit on us. Sergeant Bitter was a great con. His parents were killed, and he doesn't mind. He hated the Great Khans. He was just born one. He never got initiated. And the commanding officer is just a amazing troop who can manage to run this whole thing, despite all these messed up people. I respect him greatly for it. I just can't seem to find him. We will find him at some point, though. Oh, yes. Boone, this is your old platoon. Where's the commanding officer? And yes, they have a 5-person platoon for snipers. That's not right. Snipers are supposed to work in pairs. But that's the way it is. With all of that being... There's Lieutenant Gorobats.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobats, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Tell me about 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
I could talk to Betsy about getting medical trauma, or medical help for trauma if you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
Okay. I don't hurt anymore. That's her quest. We will talk with Betsy. Betsy!
Never seen you around before. What?
Okay, hang on.
Yeah?
No, we want a good angle of her. There we go.
Yeah?
How about a date? I like tough women.
Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Try me again when you're tall, blonde, and female.
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm 1st Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
You're a weak link. I know it, you know it, and 1st Recon knows it. Do something about it.
Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention. You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved. I'll get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing. Yeah, try not to get killed.
Okay. So we've managed to help her a bit. With that being said, we're going to save over one of our earlier saves. No, not that one. And end here. As always, I'm Plasma Void. Have fun out there, and I'll see you next time, which for me won't be very long. For you, could be a day or so. See you then.